Welcome to my presentation on technology and me. My name is Jessica Le'awanai, and I am a student in ETEC 442, fall semester at UH Muna. To give you a brief overview of my technology experience, I started level 1, or the first grade equivalent, in 1983 in Pangapango, American Samoa. I graduated from high school in 1997 in Whanga'itua, American Samoa. I first went to college at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah in 1997, and I graduated with a BA in English and a minor in Human Development in 2003. I was accepted and began the UH Graduate ETEC program in 2011 with an anticipated graduation date of May 2014. When I finished my degree, I hope to become a better instructional designer and educator. My definition of educational technology is the ability to utilize technology to further advance, improve, and progress the charge to provide quality learning opportunities to all. Here are a couple of great websites that talk about EdTech history. Most of them are websites that you may be familiar with, but some of them are written from the perspective of an actual teacher or educator. There's Edudemic, EduTech Digest, and then Faculty Row. Kindergarten technology, you say? What's that? To be honest, there was no technology in my classroom in 1983. We had a chalkboard, a pencil, and paper. We were lucky if we even had a sharpener. You can read about my experience by going to my blog located here. My first probably real encounter with using technology for education was when I started using the typewriter. And my earliest experiences with the typewriter was when I was a freshman, sophomore summer. I had to attend a political summer school at Stanford University in Palo Alto, California. And I lugged my 50-pound typewriter in a suitcase all the way from American Samoa across the Pacific Ocean to my summer camp. But all of the kids were lugging their typewriters from across the rest of the United States, so it wasn't a big deal. When I was at home in American Samoa, we had these old Mac desktops, which at that time were considered pretty cool, and my father ran the local newspaper, and the newsroom was just stocked with these things. So we thought we were pretty tech savvy at that time. Here's a quick look at a detailed timeline of the technology use I had in college. In '97, I used the old Macintosh picture below as an incoming freshman, and my dorm roommates actually laughed. And I didn't know that I was behind the times until they started laughing at my computer. In '98, I got a job at CompUSA, and I was able to get a great compact PC. Was able to look at all the new tech tools that came into the store. And then I even upgraded to a refurbished PowerBook that they were working on in the tech shop. And I used my CompUSA discount, and I thought it was the coolest store to work at. Then I went back to the PC and I got an HP desktop in 2000, and then I graduated college with that same HP desktop. As far as looking at my overall tech learning experience, I think the two things that stand out to me is that when I was in American Samoa and going through K through 12, it was very linear delivery methods. So it was a stage on the stage, chalkboard, paper, pencils, highly auditory, and we were expected to comprehend this information and digest all this information through auditory means. When I moved to the US, I found that through the use of technology and computers, I was able to use the internet and email, and things like registration for classes were all done online. And then just going to the library was huge, and there was this database system. You had to, sit and wait to get on a computer to access this database system. And there was a lot of hands-on learning and application that took place. So the two different methods of learning are what stand out to me most vividly as far as my learning experience. I would love to be able to use iPhone technology in my classrooms or iPad technology. I'd also love to have digital drawing tablets with screen capture technology available, and then Promethean boards. My vision for a classroom of the future would kind of look like this diagram shown below. Just go ahead and replace Mimeo with any tech tool. That's just a brand name, but I would love to have the ability to provide more individualized and differentiated instruction, and that would be facilitated through the tech tools but empowered by teachers. I think some of the biggest challenges teachers face today is just the availability of resources because of cost or funds available to them. Also the learning curve and time that it takes to learn the new technology, whether it's for themselves or to teach it to their students. Ongoing professional development training that's centered around how to use these tools would be one way to help meet those challenges. but obviously for teachers to find the time to be able to do that on a continued basis and to keep up with the tech changes is a big mountain to climb. And then the ability to kind of replicate what is done in the classroom environment, in the home environment, so that there's consistency throughout. And that, by that I mean in terms of internet accessibility, bandwidth downloads, programs, cloud-based storage, all of that, having that available to a student both at home and at school would allow them to continue learning in both places. This is one of my favorite quotes, and it's by Albert Einstein. "Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid."